Greetings, my dear friends. My name is Architects, and today we tuned on Stereo 7 lesson session. This time we're gonna use an Ableton Live 11 digital audio workstation, and we're gonna use a FabFilter Pro Q3 as an equalizer, which we're gonna use to modify the sounding of a Maestro synth for Native Instruments Contact 7. To ease out most following issues with the equalizing, my dear good friends, we should agree with the statement of that hertz, tones, and wavelengths is equal to each other. This is very important. Hertz is the frequency of a dynamic wave in 1 unit of the time, second for example. Wave frequency number corresponding to particular tone or note if you like it. Here we got a bunch of audio sources, and what we want is just check them one by one to eliminate the unwanted source of the frequencies from their spectrum. To do that proper way, we should be aim on a specific presence in our audio, like noticeable harshness in higher spectrum, over-amplified ringing middle frequencies, and unnecessarily drawn or popped up the sub-bass around low frequency area in your equalizing software. This is particular project that I've made as the template, and just here we need to figure it out how to use exact equalization session to improve the sounding quality. Let's just hear what we got here. The bass here, for example, melody is here, drum is here, and this is sidechain which used the kick from the drum itself. Let's just start and listen what we got. Sounds awful. Yeah. This usually that you got from the modern instruments if they're not just boosted and charged already with the tones of different equalizers itself and filters and all that stuff. Here is the just simple sine waves, then saw waves and triangle waves which combine between each other, and that we hear the sound. But what we can do with that? We start to do tweaks with the filtering of it. So we can open the filter, so sound's gonna sound very bright, and we can close the filter and cut the higher frequencies. So we need something like that. So in real time, while I'm just playing this tune, we just use the filter to figure it out which kind of sound we need. I'm gonna slightly open the filter so you can see or hear the difference. Sounds gonna goes from some hidden place to just reveal itself. Okay, that is easy. That's easy, quite easy. So now we close it. So this is filtering. Filtering itself dedicated to just make your sound bright or less bright or even muddy or even hide it at all. The equalizers doing the same thing, but more precise and more precise in terms to pick up the certain frequency on the frequency table, then just attenuate that so that make it more less or make it more obvious and make it more audible. If we compare our overall sounding with the drum, we can put it almost open it. That filter should be there.
By the way, you can download Maestro at stereo7audio.com just for $39. You will find the link in the description.
Now we want to make the synthesizer louder, and for this we should understand why we do that. We do that because we got the drum and the bass, and drum and the bass took their left space in the frequency spectrum. So we should to release some space for something sounding quieter, or we should to up volume of a instance which we want to bring sounds more equal and more matched to the rest of the composition. So we goes there, whereas the button corresponds to the level of amplitude. Yeah, we add plus 3 dB. Yeah, 3.1, it's no problem. Now it sounds brighter, so we can close the filter a little bit in here to make it more equal. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Then we go to the bass, because I don't like how this guy sounds, and put the Fab Filter Pro Equalizer here. Then we can watch and observe this section of the plugin itself. And here we have the post and pre. Pre, that means something which goes as the signal inside of that equalizer. And we gonna see the wave itself. I'm gonna mute the rest of the things to just highlight the exact bass which we want to work with. I'm using the button S while I'm just staying on the particular channel. Yeah, as you can see, here is the solo, so we can hear only the bass. And the problem is that we can't call the thing that we're hearing right now the bass itself. It sounds more like bassoon or maybe clarinet or something, this type of an instrument. But we need to do a basic things for that, and the equalizer can help us out. What we're gonna do, we just need to eliminate that part of the frequency which corresponds to make that sounding like a horn or trumpet things instrument. We go there and just type 400. And I'm just using this button to make it sounds less obvious, or we can use dynamic. Here is the red contour line help out to eliminate this certain frequency. Now it more sounds like a bass, but we should to make it equally. And we go there, put the 0 to make it the instance, and try add a presence for bass part. Yeah, that's what we want. Then we pick up all and try to figure it out a cue. Try to feel the difference between opened and closed types of it. As we see, we have 30 dB scale, which helps out to determine where exactly in which range of amplitude we work in. I put it on a 6 to make it not so obvious, and try to slightly back everything, make it sounds better. I call that more natural. Still need a little bit. A little bit up on the 12. And here we're going more. Then we go to this section to compensate this editing that we've done, to make it sounds a little bit better and more obvious. We cut approximately more than 6 dB and add approximately 6 dB, so we probably want to reduce again for the middle plus 3 dB. It's gonna be nice to compensate. Let's hear with and without. And just close the plugin. I hope you got the idea, because this is the crucial part of equalization, to get what you want. Let's check it with the rest of the instruments. Then let's go to equalize the drums itself. It's gonna be nice and interesting. I'm just gonna make it quickly, and you just try to watch on my hands and hold my beer. I'm just gonna do the miracles out there. We put the post equalizing to see what we've done, and pre to see how much we get rid from certain frequencies. I know probably that is 250 is the most annoying part of the frequency while we're using something which contains the sub-bass or infra-bass and all that stuff. Here is also 100 frequency. We can also use that with a slightly short type of cue. And as we can see, we use the part here to exaggerate the drum itself. The small drum needs to be exaggerated a little bit. We're still working in the role of 12 dB, so it's still sounds very obvious while we're using this. And this is the gain scale, which helps out to eliminate all things or even double it. You see the difference. Sounds like drum goes to sit more precisely in the picture of our mix. We try to reduce some little bit highs to just feel it, how it goes without. Actually, I like it more. We can use it. We can still use it. You see, the dark area here between the middle line and something that goes above that line, we can see the dark area shows us where is exactly we took and how much we took informations from that particular part of the spectrum. But as far as we understand how the equalizers goes to work, we also should to understand the principal things that lies behind all that mechanism of working with the physical waves and signals. Such this music right now, this also interpreted signals, which we can, humans, interpret as the music. We should do equally add a little bit more something from a slightly different part of the same spectrum to just get back this presence of a transient of a hi-hats from the drums itself. Then if we go here, we can see this part of a spectrum is little bit goes, you know, gets lazy at some moments and not acting at the music at all, so we boost it a little bit to just see what's going on. I don't like it at all, but what to do? Let's make it more punchy, more bitey here. Then we searching for the hi-hats, which sounds very acid. It's here. We can listen that particular part of the spectrum itself while we muting the rest of the things. We can slightly up the mouse button, up the mouse itself, while holding the button. We can slightly up the mouse to hear which kind of part of a spectrum we now execute, to eliminate or add something new. We don't like the extreme values because this is very obvious and sounds like a shit. Yeah, we got it. Seems we got it. So we try to eliminate all the things. Before there was sounds little 2D. Now we bring that all sounding in some sort of 3-dimension, only because we just exaggerate some kind of frequencies, which helps out to make the sounds more pleasant to hearing. And these things with equalizations, most of the times touching the crucial part of the mix, like the balance of the mix. We're gonna speak about that in our next series, but here is what we got. We just switched off the visualization, gonna spend our computer resources, close here, and try to figure it out what we hear. Use the C button here on the drums to see what's happened before. Little bit harsh and flat, and after. Yeah, sounds like it's a little bit compressed without any compression, so it's good. We tweak it here, we tweak it there, and now we go tweak it the melody. We can see here the same thing. Probably the best place where we can start, loudest part of the sound itself. It's the 2 points. Here, 1500 Hz, and here, 300 Hz. We just can see the on a spectrum. Here, we use Q approximately on 4000. And we make the very precise bell to just investigate what happens out there while we just attenuate the frequencies from the spectrum. If we put it up, yeah, I just want to get rid from that ringy part of the spectrum. We make it more. Q sounds like less by the numbers, but it's even more. Yeah. It's like invert counting here. And we use this like -2 dB. Yeah, okay. And here we just make it 6000 Q, and dynamically with using this particular red ring, just goes down until we just get off from this boomy thing here. And here we can see that. To make it more easy and to make that fast frequencies more noticeable, we should to use the freeze button here which helps out to just really see which kind of amount of the data we just gets received into our spectrum analyzer. We've put it here, switched off this button, and just goes to looking what's going next. As you can see, the FabFilter Pro Q3 automatically shows the certain frequencies which goes pop up a little bit more than we want. But what we want, this depends on our artistic imagination. So just take that not so serious, but you're gonna be fine if you tweak it. So we go to do this. Sway it a little bit more. Here, here, and here. Then we're gonna select this all things. Switch it off. Switch it off. And while we select it, we try to manipulate the things simultaneously. So we back everything at the 0 and goes automatically cut it on the maximum values. Just feel the difference of what we done, what we get from out to where. Then we figure out the middle values to just keep sounds placed, sounds nice, but also we get rid from that certain frequencies. It's okay. I see something more pops out here because it's a different note, and we also try to control this different note here. That's it. Probably I'll did the best with this part for my own test. We'll try to use the gain scale to just figure out what we did, what we've done, how far we go to just destroy our original sound, and double the values to see sounds more softy. In this case, probably we don't need to compensate anything, because it already sounds very nice. Now if we go to switch everything back at the normal state and listen all things simultaneously, probably now we need to tweak a bass a little bit, because after rest of the tweaks we get a new, obviously sounding parameters of what we did. Let's see. Yeah, the bass needs to be fixed a little bit more. We go back to the bass and goes drain out this middle section of the bass itself. Yeah, I like it. And then in the drums section we goes to FabFilter again and looks what we did. Right, we try to very huge bell to just feel what's happened with the drum. As you can see, maybe it's gonna be nice. Take a little bit here. Yeah. Just gonna be listening to this. This we don't want. Right. Now I want to tweak the last thing in the synthesizer itself. we just use the filter again from the main instance of Maestro. I'll try to configure the vibrato and frequency of that specific effect to just make sound of keys more soft. Maybe we kept chorus, or we just took it off to see what's happening without. Yeah, sounds better. Take more upper values of amplitude. Yeah, 3.5 sounds like it makes it well. We have a master channel here where we can observe what's happening, and we put the FabFilter Pro Q3 exact on the master channel to just see what it does. Yeah. Here we can attenuate a little bit, see what this goes. This goes better. And here also 1000 of a frequency hertz. We can also attenuate a little bit. Yeah, sounds better, so we should go there into the drums and make it tweaks there instead of doing on the master. On the master bass, mostly we did not do anything crucial, and most of our tweaks with the equalizing and compressing and limiting, we doing with in a very specific short range of decibels to just maintain the clearness and entire good sounding of anything that goes from the rest of the channels onto the exact master channel. So it's nice. I'm happy with that, so I go just delete it, so we don't need it anymore, and we just goes back into the drums, open the instance of Pro Q3, and try to get rid from that frequency here, and also that extreme values here. We also want to make it less, and here overall gain scale we just put on 80. Why not 80? No way, sure, so this sounds okay. And now I literally want to congratulate you guys, because you know something more than before. Get sense for you, so you're gonna feel the difference further in your further works, because write equalizations with purpose and matter. If you're following two rules, sometimes break the rules in some of the cases, you can achieve interesting, clear, much more clear sound. You can eliminate the muddiness of it, or maybe add a presence by using something in the part of the spectrums which contains transients. So try to just figure it out how equalizations does their works, because it's a matter of 80% of music making these modern days. All right?